Okay. Hey guys, thanks for coming today. Bad news, ㅍ대학원 can't make it today because he has a conference in Seoul that he had to attend. So you're getting me. And today we are going to do a couple of things that are related to research, but not super in-depth. Because that's ㅍ대학원's job and not mine. I am, however, going to pass send around 2 sign-in sheets. One, this navigation for research paper. Please sign under the 20 April column for attendance to today's session, so that you're signing for food and that we're keeping a record that you're here. And this one is everybody that attended today. We're going to hand out a book. And you're signing that you received the book. So I'm going to pass this book out real quick. All right? So if you would sign for that too, I would appreciate it. Here, we'll sign over here and go ahead and pass that around. We'll send that book out right now. Can I have a couple volunteers come up and help me pass out the books? 2 or 3 would be fine.
I think a lot of other people.
Okay, so this book is the publication manual of the American Psychological Association, the APA manual, the 6th edition. So it's the latest edition that we might have pilfered. So, we're sorry, but yay. So, in this has pretty much everything you're going to need to know about the basics of writing papers for style, right? Style guide, basically, more or less. And it has how to properly cite things, the latest citation guides. And that's what it's very useful for. We are going to talk about citations and a citation manager today, but first, I have up here something that Randy made for us today. Go Randy. The copy killer. And you can use this while writing your papers or checking students' work. So this is useful for two things. This is available here at Hanso, the copy killer, and it checks for plagiarism. Yeah, so it's useful for when you're writing your own papers to make sure that you run it through Copy Killer to make sure that you didn't plagiarize somebody else's work. Or if you are checking other students' work, to make sure that they didn't just go through and copy a whole section off of, some website and, copy and paste it and do this. Yes.
So how reliable is that? How does it work?
Worked pretty well. Is Randy here today? Randy, what do you think?
The database of the Copy Killer is linked to all the database of papers online, journals.
So let's just search for a certain sequence of exactly the same words?
Yeah. Same words.
How many words usually?
Yes, exactly.
How many words would it need?
And because it also checks, example, how much is the percentage that you copied from other paper, and you need to replace it.
Okay.
Yes.
So what he just said, for those of you that couldn't hear, he said it checks against various databases, and it will scan for exact word phrases, and it checks percentages of how much is copied, and then it'll tell you what percentage needs to be rephrased. Is that correct?
Which part of your paper?
Which part is? Can somebody do me a favor and make sure that camera is recording? Just in case. Okay, great. All right, so it is quite reliable. So here's how you use it. You log in, it works best in Internet Explorer, and you go into the main portal page. You log in, and click over here and on the very last tab. You need to log in and change the language to English. you upload, and then he's got lovely directions. So everything is numbered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You click the upload tab, write anything you want in the examination name. You choose your options, but usually we choose document type. You choose the type of file which is comparable to your file to do a piracy test. You can choose a quotation source and reference, which is included or excluded. You attach your file, and then click similar examination button. And then after a few minutes, you check the results of your piracy test, and you click the result button. Check your results. And you can download your results, check your similar rates. There's all sorts of things. You can get a certificate at the end. But basically, you kind of just need to go in and play with this program a little bit. But it highlights various features, right? It comes up and it highlights and marks things in red, marks things in green, does this, and says this needs to be changed. This percentage of your paper is too similar. This percentage of your paper is fine. And it gives you, targets, estimates, this sort of thing. Download your results. All of this stuff you can track. It's just basically a fantastic little tracking data software. Yeah. One-to-one comparisons. It will show you what paper it's similar to, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it pulls it up and says what paper it's too similar to.
Not only paper, including the internet articles.
And the internet articles too, okay.
So if you copied some words or paragraphs in the internet, it will show.
It shows the internet articles too.
Yes.
Great.
It's useful for research for that purpose.
Excuse me, if you have a
Yes.
direct quote, it's going to pick that right up.
It will pick up direct quotes. If you have it quoted, will it pick up a direct quote as well? But if you have it cited properly, will it pick that up?
Yeah.
It will pick it up. Will it mark that as being
Yeah.
improper or correct if you have it cited correctly?
Yes. It will mark.
It will
You
mark
cited,
it.
yeah. That is why you need to. That is why, if example, you forgot to cite it. I mean to cite that specific sentence or paragraph. It will link you to that site.
Oh, so then you can cite it.
And you can download that PDF file.
Oh, now
if you
that's
want.
awesome. Okay, even better. Yes, sir.
No, I was just going to follow up what you and Randy have just done. It's actually a very useful thing for doing your initial research because of the links to the research sources. You can actually build up your citation list using that.
You're like, I'm going to write this and then find my references.
So I suggest that before you publish your paper, run down your paper maybe two times and check for the plagiarism.
Yeah, this is strongly suggested actually now. Since we have the software available, the university is strongly encouraging that you do copy killer on every page before you publish it. Mostly to avoid public embarrassment. There's been some scandals in Korea recently about copied papers and things like that. So to avoid embarrassment, run the copy killer program and make sure your papers are properly cited. And we'll publish this on the website on hansofaculty.com, so you will have the directions on how to use copy killer. And you can go and link to this on Hansel Faculty if that's okay with you, Randy. We'll post it. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the examination process depends on the number of reference that you include on your paper. You can upload the entire paper
Okay.
from abstract reference.
You can upload the entire
Yes.
paper from abstract to
Yeah, and
references.
it depends on the number of references. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 hours, sometimes half a day or 1 day.
Okay, so it's like rendering a movie.
Yes.
So it takes a long
Because
time
The system tries to
do this.
link the
Every
references.
reference.
Yeah.
So do this when you have time. Okay, do you usually break your papers into
No.
parts? You run the whole paper at one time and let it take a day?
And for the information of everyone, that system is used as a standard plagiarization system for all universities in Korea.
Okay.
So that is why it has a big database, because they share
Ah.
database.
So this is the standard database for all of Korea, it says, and that's why it's actually so good. They share all of their links between universities. Yes?
Does it have any record function? Because I heard this terrible story about someone using software to check themselves for plagiarism, but because they submitted their paper, when they submitted their paper properly to the teacher, he used this program and it was 100% plagiarized because her paper was already on file. Is it this kind of system, or, because I wasn't 100% sure what that software was that the student.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have to be concerned about that? Like plagiarizing ourselves because of checking it?
Yeah. In research, you need also to remember the self-plagiarism.
You're referring
your
to
own
copying
work.
your own
Work.
research though,
Yeah.
from a previous paper.
Not that, but people use software to check if their paper was plagiarized.
Mhm.
And then they submitted their paper as an assignment, and then their teacher used the software, and it was 100%
I
plagiarized.
understand the question.
Yeah,
So she's saying that the person used this software to check their paper, and then they turned their paper in to the teacher. The teacher used the same software, and it came back as being 100% plagiarized because it had already been checked in the system. So does the system record your
Right.
paper as being checked?
Each
The teacher-
university, they have,
If the
sorry.
teacher had checked where it plagiarized from, it would have said her.
Her own paper.
Yeah, so the teacher just didn't.
yeah.
The teacher
Well,
didn't follow through.
It was a specific case at a university in England, and even though that was the case, for that student in that university, she was still like in trouble and had to do a lot to solve it. Yeah, it was a long procedure.
Sherry, I believe that this system, each school, they have their database to protect the content of the researchers. Once you
Right.
upload your paper, it's only saved temporarily at the
Right.
database of the school website.
Right.
It's not
So-
shared to everyone because it's not a published paper.
Okay.
Once you publish it, then they will share it.
Okay, so it's temporarily saved
Yes.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
not permanently saved.
Yeah, no,
Right.
because it's not yet published.
Once it becomes published, then it adds to the database,
Yes.
but before it's published to the database, it's just
Yeah.
temporarily saved.
You need to submit your published paper to the IT department, and then they will include it on the database of school.
Okay, all right, so it should be fine,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. All right, so anyways, if you have writing classes or you're gonna publish a paper, we strongly suggest you use Copy Killer, okay? Oh, it's there. All right. This is, next we're gonna look at Mendeley. Mendeley is a reference manager, a citation manager, and it's a fantastic citation manager. Basically, you can, that's a great photo. It looks just like me, doesn't it? You can add references, papers, all sorts of information into Mendeley and use it to store your journal articles, any kind of data that you, well, not data, any sort of reference, and it will keep that on file, and which you can then use to cite in your papers. This is the online version of Mendeley. We've also loaded the desktop version. You can use this on any operating system. You can also add it to your phones, your iPads, whatever. It doesn't matter. They have a version for everything. And basically, I have it here as all documents. You can filter by authors and things. And if you look here, you have, this is files that have the PDFs. So here's the information. Life satisfaction of immigrants, does cultural assimilation matter? Authors, the journal, the year, volume, issue, pages, keywords, URL, which I found it, and then there's the article. So, which I can go through and highlight, make notes, do whatever I want to do. I can share, I can print, I can do everything I need to do from this particular manager. Now, they updated these computers, so I don't know if I can show you the real brilliance of this program, because I'm not even sure if they have. No. Of course not. Do they have Word on these computers now?
Yes.
Where is it?
All files at the bottom. The little Windows box at the bottom.
Windows box at the
All the
bottom.
way to the bottom left.
Just press Windows R and type Winword.
Here? I forgot to install the link, so I don't think this is going to work. But the real brilliance is adding in, oh, it's Korean. It'll never work. Never mind.
Oh, does it automatically copy? Just Control V.
Oh, no. It actually adds a new tab up here.
Oh.
You can install, assuming that your Windows is in English. I've never tried in Korean, I don't know. So if your Windows is in English, it will add a new tab up to the top. And you can install a tab for references. And you can cite while you write. And as you type, I'm typing a interesting fact. And this interesting fact is from paper X. Go to that tab and cite. And it'll pull up a little box right here. And you say, oh, that author is from this paper. And I say, I think it's Professor O. And I type O, and up pops every paper that I have from Professor O. And I say it's this paper, because I have some notes. And it will automatically cite the correct format for, I can choose whatever format. If I'm typing MLA, if I'm typing APA, if I have a specific journal that wants a specific style, I can program this to do that particular style. And it will put the correct citation format in the paper as I am writing. So I don't have to do it, I don't have to write anything down, I don't have to do anything. It does it correctly every time as I am writing the paper. And then I can go to another tab in that little reference tab and say, make a works cited page. Click, and boom, here comes my works cited page, which it will add to. Every time I do a cite while you write, it will insert those works cited, those references, in the correct order, in the correct style for whatever journal I have chosen. If I'm doing APA style, it puts it in that correct style. If I'm, whatever journal is the correct style, it does it. I can change the journal style. So it automatically adjusts all of those things. It's fantastic. It saves so much time. It organizes every particular journal that you have. It is a lovely, lovely program. And if you are going to do very many papers, you're going to do very much research, pretty soon you're going to have lots and lots of resources. And, you know, file cabinets are great. Don't get me wrong, I love file cabinets and I have binders full of papers. I really do. I'm not good at reading things on the computer. So I print all of my papers. But having them organized in this fashion so that I know that I'm not making any mistakes in my referencing has been worth its weight in gold. So I strongly suggest that you look up Mendeley, download the Cite While You Write button, and start using Mendeley to gather your documents. You'll notice some of mine do not have the little PDF symbol next to it because I don't have those on PDF. I didn't have them in PDF version. My advisor gave those papers to me. I have them just in paper format, you know, whatever. I couldn't find that in the PDF file. Well, I can still add it to Mendeley, and Mendeley can still add that to my paper. I just have to add and type that information in by hand. Or it can go out and find the information. I can say find on the internet, and it can go out and pull that information in, just without the paper. So it can still organize all of your data for you to put into a citation. It has saved me so much time. I strongly suggest you do
free or
this.
paid for, sure?
Free, completely free. And all the apps that you download, like if you put it, you know, I have mine on my handphone, and so if I need to check something really quickly and my computer's not here, the app is free too. You know, everything is free. All right? So I strongly suggest that you utilize this tool. Its learning curve is quite easy. All right? Any questions? It's about time for us to wrap up. I'm sorry, I forgot that the Windows was in Korean and I wouldn't be able to download that. So, yes, sir.
Sorry, maybe you said this earlier, but how are you using this to find new content? Like,
you can use this to find new content. I usually don't. I tend to go into the library and just add it to it. Randy, do you use it to find new content?
You can search.
You can search,
But
yeah.
you need to add it manually.
sorry?
Yeah.
And obviously, you've got to be online.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to be online to make, if you're searching, you have to be online.
Right.
But like, once you have the desktop version, you just can add your own files to it. And then you can upload them to the online version, which is storing your stuff.
Like cloud storage.
Yeah, it's cloud storage. So you can store on your hard drive, and then you can store in the cloud storage. So mine, I have it stored on my desktop, and then I also have it stored in cloud storage for safety.
Okay.
You know, I'm like, what if my computer crashes? Yeah, I have fear. So I utilize their cloud storage system, and then I also have it on my hard drive. Yeah. So, but you don't have to be online to actually use Mendeley and use the citing while you write and make the page.
So at some point, are we going to go through like how to use the library system?
Yes, actually, I'm going to send out, Greg made a PowerPoint the other day on how to use the library system, and I'm just going to send it out because it's super easy.
And you have to go to the library to use it, or we can use it in our
No,
offices?
you can use it from your offices.
Okay.
Most of the time, pardon? No, there are certain aspects you can use from home, but the best aspects you need to use from the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi here.
Yes.
Some of it you can use from home, but like searching you can do from home, but to actually download many of the papers, you have to be here. Some you can download from home, but sometimes you come in and it says, oh, to download you need to be on the network. You're like, oh, fine, thanks.
Has it changed at all from last year, like the journals we have access to? It
Yes.
has? Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah,
And they
expanded
changed the
it.
search feature too, so the search feature is actually much easier than last year's.
Yeah, and from my understanding, they expanded the amount of journals that we have access to.
They did expand the amount of journals we have access to. Yes. So, and I actually said something to them about expanding the journals, and they got mad at me. We did expand the journals! And I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Yeah. So, yes. Did everybody sign the papers for your books and everybody sign? No, okay, we'll get that to you. Everybody else sign?
It wasn't pretty.
Next week, Icham Shikyosunim will be here and carrying on with our traditional lessons.
It's made by Randy.
Thank you for coming this week. Does anybody have any questions? If you have questions about Mendeley, you can contact me. You can contact Randy. He's getting pretty good at it. It's great. Download it. Get started playing with it. It's really easy. Once you start using it, super easy. Question? Download it. Yes. Sorry. Hold on. Do you guys have any questions?
Do we have any questions? No.
Oh, excellent. Good. All right. Thanks. We have the town people too. All right. Yeah, that's the town folks. They just went, oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Can we upload the tutorial? I said it to you.
Which
There's
tutorial?
a video tutorial.
Oh, I didn't get the video tutorial. That's why I didn't upload it yet, but I will upload it.
Okay, I will show it
We'll
to you.
upload it on the, we'll upload for Mendeley.
Yes.
We'll upload the video tutorial onto Hansel faculty's website, okay? Yes, it's social. So, yes, Mendeley is social. You can share files with users. Yeah, that's a plus. You can add users to the share files. We've done it already. Okay? Anything else? Yes, sir.
The one that you had earlier on with the PDFs with all of the computers changing, can you just explain that one quickly for them? While we've got everyone here.
The one that Randy made, right?
No, the problem that you had opening your PDF file earlier on.
Yes. Okay, good. There's actually a couple things I need to talk about with computers. PDFs. If you open a PDF, our regular PDF Adobe is gone. And so you have to open it in
Microsoft Edge.
Microsoft Edge. The first time you open it, Microsoft Edge probably will not open it. It will just hold it. So let it run for like 30 seconds, close it down, bring it up again, and it will magically appear in PDF format. Okay? But the first time you open it, it probably won't open. In addition, I have a bunch of classrooms listed that they have updated the software on. I need to know if the computer people have actually loaded WorldLink back on them. So can you guys tell me classrooms that do not have WorldLink on them?
611.
611.
115,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Imungwan? Imungwan 115. Okay.
306, 307 architecture.
306, 307. Oh, wait a minute. That was Inglewan.
I was getting one for architecture 514, but I think that's Inminquan 514.
Engineering, actually.
Engineering
I
514.
don't know how I messed it up twice.
Okay, hold on a second. I missed the first one. Konjukwan 307,
306.
306, and Konghakwan what?
514.
514. Okay, what else?
611.
611, got 611. Architecture. Any others?
I made sure that the admin people who actually do the reformatting now have world links, so future computers, they should have them.
Ideally.
Ideally.
John, do you know one?
Well, the Health and Sciences Building at 105, they have not changed the software over yet.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's going to happen at some point where they'll erase the loan. So that might be coming up. I think it's 105, Health and Sciences Building.
They have the software, so they should be loading it on from now on.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
A little bit like the example that you've got up there behind them, they're only putting on a couple of books for most of them. It would be easier if they loaded all four straight off.
We know, we realize this is a problem.
Well, they tend to reformat the computers
In between semesters, so.
I did talk with the guys, and they said to give them the software for next semester at the end of this semester.
Yeah, they'll probably reformat
The
again.
majority no,
All
but
right,
there
any
are
other
some that
rooms?
are off center and are virtually impossible to get in
506.
position properly.
If you put up the Hansel faculties that come to get like quizzes, it won't show. I don't know why yesterday put it.
I had problems with that too. I was trying to look at PowerPoint
Yeah,
and
we have
it would stay stuck on one slide.
So
In 506?
Yeah.
506 is weird, okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Weird. We'll just write it.
Just
Yeah, that's very technical and helpful for them.
Right, because
Okay.
my room next door to yours, that's all I did. Closed it, opened it back up, and then I went by that.
Okay. Any other problems with the students?
206 in the screen still isn't going down, it's not coming down, the screen.
In Mungwan?
Yeah, yeah. 206.
In Mungwan, 206. 206, no screen. Okay. Yes.
Ingokwan 209. Projector is not working.
In 1, 209?
Yeah,
209, no projector?
it's not working.
Everybody goes, oh no! Okay.
I tried.
Okay. Others? All, you're all here?
In 307, this building, the projector or the screen won't go up. So I didn't have the software and I couldn't put the screen up either.
307?
Yeah. I just had to be really slow about it.
Oh. Okay. All right, great. Well, this is productive. Okay. All right, well, thank you. We'll try and get this fixed ASAP. All right.
Yeah, we're just curious what the camera in the back would be like.
Okay, the camera in the back. I called admin about the camera in the back, and they said the camera in the back is not ours, it's CTL's. So I went to CTL 2 days ago, and I asked them. And it turns out there is no software for the camera in the back, so right now it is nothing.
But it's affecting
But-
students. The students are like, oh.
Yeah, they'll have to get used to it. There are 5 rooms in this campus with the camera installed. There is 1 room in the Teon campus with the camera installed. And they have installed the cameras and they will be putting software in the cameras at the end of this week or the beginning of next week. And they will be utilizing those classrooms for the Center for Teaching and Learning for classroom observations when professors request classroom observation. Remember, they came in and they said, we can do classroom observation and we can film you, and we can do this, and we can evaluate that. Well, that's what they're trying to do, is set up classrooms for that purpose. They will not be monitoring you and doing that all the time, because I went to them and I said, our teachers think that you are spying on them. And they said, no, that is not the case, we will not be doing that. And, you know, we would put them in every classroom if we wanted to do that. That's a good point. And so they will only be utilizing it when teachers request it, and they will be transferring classes around as needed to go into those classrooms for teacher observation and evaluation. I'm hoping we can actually switch our Wednesday meetings into that classroom and utilize that classroom to film our class instead of that little tiny camera in the back, because it is a much better camera, I've noticed. So that is its purpose, is to film the front of the classroom. You can control it, it can swivel, it can zoom, it can do all sorts of nifty things, but it is for evaluating teaching skills, which the CTL will be assisting with. But you have to request that service. So if you would like to request that service, please let us know, and we can switch you into that classroom for a session, and they can observe you. Okay? So please let us know, but it's not up and running yet. All right? So sorry if it freaks you or your students out. All right?
Sure.
Yes.
Teacher, if we requested this from CTL, an observation, would we be teaching blind, an empty classroom, or would we somehow, what would we do for students?
The students would come with you, and you'd be
So
teaching a regular
you just change
class.
the class, okay.
Yeah. they
That would be a
just
good
modify.
use for our own departmental observations then as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's for you, that you're the one who would get your evaluations back. So, and it would be just for improving your teaching. So that's the purpose of it, is to improve your own teaching
Yeah.
style. Yeah. All right. So I hope, I'm sorry for weirding people out with the camera. All right, anything else? Good question. All right, well, again, thank you to everybody signed, everybody has the book. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you coming. Next week, we'll have Ichang Chikyosin back. And have a good, lovely day.
Thank you.